The stars above Earth had always been silent, but that changed when the message came. It wasn't a signal anyone expected. It wasn't a warning or a threat. It was an invitation, written in hundreds of alien languages, translated and broadcast through Earth's satellites. It simply said, "Come, we want to know you." Dr. Lena Ford stood inside the International Space Agency's main hall, holding the printed copy of the message. She was one of the best geneticists on the planet, smart, calm, and careful. She was chosen to lead a small team of scientists and diplomats to represent Earth. The world watched as their ship lifted off into the dark sky. Humans were finally stepping into the galactic stage. The journey was short. The Alien Council had sent a special transport vessel. It moved faster than anything humans had ever seen. Inside, the team floated in comfort. Glowing panels lit their way. Soft voices translated alien speech, and always, quiet eyes watched them. When they arrived, the sight stunned them. The Council station was the size of a small moon, made of silver metal and glass. It hovered near a blue giant star. Ships of every shape came and went. Tall insect-like aliens, floating beings of gas. Small furry creatures all moved through the halls with purpose. But what surprised Lena most was how polite everyone was. The council members greeted her team with bows and calm smiles. They spoke. In soft tones, they asked about human history, art, and food. They showed interest in everything. Then came the request, "May we study your DNA?" A tall, green-skinned alien named Silent asked. "For peaceful research, to understand your species." Lena looked at the others. After a short discussion, they agreed. After all, humans had studied countless animals and plants. It was fair for others to study them now. Lena gave a sample first, a simple cheek swab. The other team members followed. The alien scientists took the samples into their lab with great care. The next day, something changed. When Lena entered the lab to check on the results, the alien team looked nervous. Silent's hands trembled. His eyes darted to the screen, then to Lena. He tried to smile, but it didn't reach his eyes. "Is something wrong?" Lena asked. "No, just surprising," Silent said. "Your DNA is complex." Lena stepped closer. "Complex how?" Silent took a breath. "There are codes in your DNA we don't understand. Layers within layers, markers that are older than most species in the galaxy. Parts that seem to come from nowhere." Lena frowned. "What do you mean?" "We've scanned tens of thousands of species," Silent said. "None look like yours. Your genes, they shift, they hold memories, they carry strength and pain. They evolve faster than normal. We found stress markers signals that your species has faced near extinction many times. But instead of becoming weaker, you grew stronger each time." Lena felt a chill run down her back. "We are still studying." Silent added quickly, "Please, do not be alarmed." But she was. Not because of what Silent said, but because of how he said it. His voice was calm, but his eyes were afraid. Later that evening, Lena sat with her team in their quarters. Jake, one of the younger scientists, looked tense. "They're hiding something," he said. "I saw the way the other aliens looked at us today. They stepped aside. They avoided eye contact." "Maybe they're just being cautious," said Clara, a biologist. "We're new here." Lena shook her head. "No, something in that DNA scan made them nervous. We need to find out what." "What if it's nothing?" asked Troy, the diplomat. "What if it's just a misunderstanding?" Lena didn't answer right away. Instead, she looked out the window at the stars. They were in the center of a galaxy, filled with life. Yet, for some reason, human DNA had caused fear among the most advanced minds. Or what if it's something they thought they'd never see again? Lena whispered. The room fell quiet. In the alien lab, long after the humans had left, Silent stood before the council's private chamber. He held a report in his hands. His voice was low as he spoke to the elders. "Their DNA matches ancient warnings." He said, "Codes from the time before the collapse, buried in our own history. This may be them, or their return. What should we do?" One elder asked. "Watch them," Silent said. but don't let them know we're afraid." Behind closed doors, the council began to debate. And above them all, far beyond what any species could see, something old began to stir. After the DNA samples were scanned, the alien scientists worked day and night. They used machines more powerful than anything on Earth. They tried to understand the strange codes hidden in human genes. The team led by Silent was puzzled. The DNA was full of unknown patterns. "This is not just biology," Silent said quietly to his team. "This is a puzzle we cannot solve." Dr. Lena Ford and her team were allowed limited access to the results. The aliens said it was for security, but Lena felt they were hiding something. One day, Jake asked Silent, "Why are you so scared of our DNA? It's just genes, right?" Silent looked at him with tired eyes. "It's not just genes. It is the story of a species. Your DNA tells of great struggle, but also of great power." The alien scientists found many strange things in the DNA. First, there were parts that looked like they came from many different species. It was as if humans carried genes from creatures long gone. Second, the DNA showed rapid changes, far faster than any normal evolution. "Your species is like no other," said a young alien biologist named Vreel. "You carry the marks of death and survival. You are what we call Death Worlders, species that survive the worst planets and wars." The team had heard the word before, but never thought humans would be called that. Death Worlders were feared. In the galaxy, they were known to adapt to any danger, grow stronger after every fight, and never give up. Lena felt uneasy. Why did the aliens look so afraid of humans? And why did their DNA tell such a strange story? While the alien scientists worked, strange things began to happen around the council station. Security tightened. Aliens whispered in secret halls. Some scientists refused to share data. One night, Jake sneaked into the council's database. He wanted to find out what was really happening. His hand shook as he typed. Then, he found it. Classified. Human DNA shows signs of ancient power, the note read. Potential threat to galactic order. Parallels found with pre-collapsed species. Caution advised. Jake's eyes widened. He copied the files and sent them to Lena. "We need to talk," he whispered when he met her. Lena read the files carefully. Her heart beat faster. If this was true, humans were more important and more dangerous than anyone knew. The next day, Lena asked Silent about the files. "Why did you hide this from us?" Silent looked sad. "We feared what it might mean. Your DNA matches an ancient species that caused great wars. They almost destroyed the galaxy once before. That was millions of years ago," Lena said. "Humans have changed since then, perhaps," Silent said. "But your genes carry their memory, their strength, and their curse." Lena looked out the window. The stars seemed colder now. The aliens began to question if humans should stay in the council at all. Some argued that humans might awaken old powers that the galaxy was not ready for. Others said humans should be helped, guided, and watched closely back on Earth. Messages from the council were confusing. People celebrated the contact with aliens, but no one knew about the fear hidden behind the scenes. Lena's team returned to their ship for a meeting. "We are not just visitors," Lena said. "We may be something more, something the galaxy fears." "What do we do?" Clara asked. "We learn. We prepare," Lena said, "and we watch them too." Meanwhile, deep in the council's secret archives, an old record was found. It told the story of a war that nearly ended all life in the galaxy. The enemy was a species that could not die. They evolved after every battle, growing stronger. The record showed their DNA was similar to humans. The council was silent. No one wanted to admit it. But one thing was clear. The galaxy was afraid, and the humans unaware of their own past were about to discover the truth. The alien council's chambers were filled with whispers. No one spoke loudly. No one wanted to show fear. But beneath the calm voices, panic grew. The DNA of humans was not just unusual. It was terrifying. The elders gathered in a large round room. Their faces were serious. Silent stood before them, holding the report. "This DNA," Silent said, is unlike anything we have seen in millions of years. It matches the ancient race we call Death Worlders. One elder, tall and gray, raised his hand. Are you saying humans are descendants of the species that nearly destroyed our galaxy? It is possible, Silent answered. Their genes carry the same markers. They adapt faster, survive worse, and grow stronger after hardship. We must be careful. Another elder shook his head. This cannot be. Humans have only recently entered the galactic stage. We know nothing of their past. Exactly, said Silent. Which is why this is dangerous. They may not know what they are. The council debated. Some wanted to ban humans from the assembly. Others suggested they be kept under strict watch. A few called for more research, but no one disagreed with one point. Fear had entered the council. Meanwhile, on the station, human scientists noticed the change too. Alien guards began to follow them. Doors that were open now closed with a hiss. Meetings were cut short. Friendly faces turned cold. Drive. Lena Ford felt the tension. She gathered her team. Something is wrong, she said. We need to be careful. One night, Jake tried to access more alien data. He hoped to find answers, but the security was tight. Alarms went off. He barely escaped detection. They don't want us to know, Jake said, breathless. They are afraid. Lena looked worried. We have to be careful too. If they see us as a threat, this will not end well. Back in the council chambers, elders recalled old stories. They spoke of a species that could never be killed. They grew stronger with every battle. They changed and adapted to survive anything. We thought they were gone, said an elder softly. But if humans carry their blood, they could return. Another elder asked, can we control them? Stop them if needed. Not easily, Silence said. They are unpredictable. They do not follow our rules. Fear turned into plans. Some suggested a secret quarantine zone where humans would be watched without knowing. Others talked of building weapons just in case. But before any decision was final, the humans made a discovery. During a peaceful meeting, Jake found a hidden message inside the alien database. It was old, but clear. It warned, when Death Worlders return, the galaxy must prepare. He shared it with Lena. The room grew quiet as they read. This is serious, Lena said. We are not just visitors. We may be what they feared, Troy. The diplomat looked grim. We must find a way to prove we are not a threat. How? Clara asked. If they already fear us, Lena thought for a moment. We show them who we are. Not just our past, but our future. We show them our hope, our peace. The humans plan to ask the council for a chance to prove themselves. But the council's fear was not easy to calm. Some aliens secretly watched the humans closely, waiting for signs of danger. Others wondered if the humans were truly unaware of their own power. Meanwhile, on Earth, people celebrated the new galactic friendship. They did not know the fear hidden behind the stars and in the shadows. Something old and powerful began to awaken. After the secret meeting, things changed fast. The alien council grew colder toward the humans. Dr. Lena Ford noticed. The shift, the friendly smiles were gone. Now, alien guards followed the human team everywhere. Even simple conversations felt tense. It was clear they were no longer just visitors, they were suspects. Lena called her team together. We have to be careful, she said. They are watching us like we are dangerous. Jake, the youngest scientist, nodded. I tried to access more data today. Security is tighter. They don't want us to know what they're hiding. Clara frowned. Why all this fear? We came in peace. Because our DNA scares them, Lena said quietly. We may be more than they think. The team worked harder to understand the DNA mystery. They spent long hours in their ship's small lab. Sometimes they talked about the warnings Jake found, the notes about ancient power and possible reawakening. One night, Jake hacked into a deeper part of the alien database. His hand shook as he opened a secret file called Classified History. Inside, he found stories about a species from millions of years ago, the Death Worlders. They were known to be unstoppable. Every time they were defeated, they came back stronger. Lena, you have to see this, Jake said. showing her the screen. Lena, read carefully. The Death Worlders had nearly destroyed the galaxy long ago. The galaxy's most powerful empires fought them, but none won. Finally, the Death Worlders disappeared, vanished without a trace. Some said they were extinct, others believed they hid, waiting. Our DNA matches theirs, Lena whispered. We could be their descendants. Or even the same, Jake said. They knew if the aliens found out they had this information, things could get worse. Lena made a decision. She sent a secret message to Earth, warning the leaders about the fear growing in the Alien Council. Back on the council station, alien leaders debated fiercely. Some said humans must be stopped before they awakened fully. Others believed they could be allies if given a chance. The tension reached a point where the humans were no longer trusted. Their movements were restricted. Access to council areas was denied. Troy, the human diplomat, tried to calm the situation. He met with Silent in private. We want peace, Troy said. We don't want war. Silent sighed. It is not easy. Your DNA is a reminder of dark times. The council fears what you could become. We do not even know. Troy said, but we want to learn together. For a moment, Silent looked hopeful. But the council was not so willing. Meanwhile, a strange message arrived from Earth. It was a broadcast that reached the council station. It showed humans helping each other during disasters, healing the sick, and working to build peace. The message touched some council members. They began to question their fears. However, others remained stubborn. They believed the old stories too much. They thought humans were a danger no matter what. One night, a shadowy figure in the council chambers whispered, they do not know their true power yet. When they do, it will be too late. Lena and her team realized the council was divided. Some wanted to fight. Others hoped for friendship. They knew they had to act fast. Lena gathered her team. We must show the galaxy who we really are. Not just the past in our DNA, but the good we create today. They plan to share stories of humanity's struggles and victories, not through words, but through actions. The humans sent helpers to heal wounded aliens, shared technology for clean energy, and offered protection to small worlds. Slowly, some council members began to change their minds, but deep inside the council, fear still lived. And somewhere in the darkness, the old power stirred again. Deep below the council station, hidden in a secret archive, an old door creaked open. Silent led a small team into the darkness. The air was cool and still. Years of dust covered the walls. This place had been forgotten, but now it was time to remember. Inside the archive were ancient records, holograms, and old tablets from millions of years ago. They told the story of a war unlike any other, a war fought against a race called the Death Worlders. The Death Worlders had been unstoppable. They lived on planets no one else could survive. They grew stronger with every battle. They changed, adapted, and returned after every defeat. These records, Silent said, are proof that this species nearly destroyed our galaxy. Their DNA was unlike anything we know. They could survive in any environment, heal quickly, and learn from every enemy. As they studied the records, Silent's hand trembled. The DNA sequences matched the ones they found in the humans. It was almost a perfect match. Could humans be their descendants? Asked one young alien. Or their return? Silent whispered. The news reached the council quickly. Panic spread again. Some wanted to seal the archives forever. Others demanded to meet the humans immediately. Drive Lena Ford and her team were called to the council chambers. The room was colder than before. Many eyes watched them with suspicion. One elder stood and spoke. Your DNA matches the ancient Death Worlders. We must know your truth. Are you their descendants? Are you their return? Lena looked around the room. She felt the weight of history pressing down on her. We do not know everything about our past, she said slowly. Our species has survived many hardships, wars, disasters, and more. But we have also learned, grown, and changed. She paused. If we carry the blood of those ancient beings, then we carry their strength and their pain. But we also carry hope. Hope for peace, for understanding, for a future where all can live together. Some elders whispered among themselves. A few nodded, but many still looked doubtful. Then silence spoke. The galaxy fears what humans might become, but they have not yet shown their true nature. They are still young, still learning. The council agreed to give humanity a chance to prove that their past did not define their future. The humans left the council chambers, feeling both relief and pressure. They knew the road ahead would be hard. Back on their ship, Lena gathered her team. "This is our chance," she said, "to show the galaxy who we really are." "How?" asked Jake. "By being better," Lena answered. "By helping others, by standing for peace, and by never giving up even when the future is uncertain." Clara smiled. "We will not just be survivors. We will be leaders." But deep in the shadows of the council station, some plotted differently. "If the humans truly are the Death Worlders," a voice hissed, "we must prepare for war." The galaxy held its breath, and humanity's true test was only beginning. The council chamber was quiet but tense. Dear Lena Ford and her team stood at the center, facing a circle of alien leaders. They were surrounded by guards and watched by many eyes. This was not a normal meeting. This was a test. An elder with silver skin spoke first. "Humans, your DNA suggests a dark past, one filled with power and destruction. Now, you stand before us. Tell us, what is your true nature?" Lena looked calmly at the elders. "We do not know all of our past, but we know who we are today. We are survivors, yes, but also builders, healers, and learners. We have fought many wars, but we have also made peace. Our strength comes not just from our genes, but from our hearts." A younger alien, sharp-eyed and tall, interrupted. "Your words sound good, but your history frightens us. If you carry the blood of the Death Worlders, how can we trust you?" Lena nodded. "Trust is earned, not given. We do not expect you to believe us at once, but we ask for a chance to prove ourselves." The room was silent. The council members exchanged looks. Some eyes showed doubt, others hoped. Troy, the human diplomat, stepped forward. "We understand your fear, but fear can blind us to truth. Humans want peace. We want to be part of the galaxy's future, not its destruction." One elder leaned forward. "Your DNA changes rapidly. You evolve in ways no species has before. What happens if that power awakens fully? Then we will face it as we always have," Lena said, "together with the galaxy. We do not want to hide or fight. We want to learn and grow." Silent, the alien scientist who had worked with the humans, spoke last. "I have seen their DNA. Yes, it is powerful, but I have also seen their actions. They help others, heal the sick, protect the weak. They are not monsters." The elders whispered among themselves. A decision was near. The final days at Valeri Prime were filled with anticipation. Alex and Lyra stood together on a hill overlooking the vast forests and glowing rivers. The twin suns were setting, painting the sky with soft orange and purple colors. "Do you remember the promise?" Lyra asked, her voice gentle. Alex smiled. "How could I forget? You said you'd come back, and you did." Lyra laughed softly. "And now, here we are. No longer just friends, something more." Alex looked at her, his heart pounding. "I never expected this when I first met you." "Neither did I," Lyra said. "But sometimes life surprises us." Their journey had been hard. They faced enemies, doubts, and danger. But they had grown stronger together. One evening, a great ceremony was held in the capital city. Leaders from many worlds came to celebrate the new Human-Valeri alliance. Alex and Lyra were at the center of attention. Lyra stepped forward and spoke to the crowd. "This bond between me and Alex is more than personal. It is a symbol of hope and unity. Together, we show that different worlds can work as one." The crowd cheered. Some were moved by her words, others thoughtful. After the ceremony, a group of Valeri elders approached Alex. "You have our respect," one said. "You are now part of Valeri history." Alex felt proud and humbled. Lyra took his hand. "This is our future, together." As the days passed, they prepared to return to the human worlds with a message of peace and friendship. But before leaving, Lyra pulled Alex aside. "There is something you should know," she said softly. Alex listened carefully. "Our bond means I am connected to your fate, she explained. Wherever you go, I will be with you. Alex smiled. And I with you? The galaxy was vast and uncertain, but with Lyra by his side, Alex felt ready for anything. As they boarded the ship, Lyra looked back at Valeri Prime. I kept my promise, she said quietly. Alex took her hand, and I will keep mine. The stars stretched before them, full of unknown adventures. Together, they faced the future stronger. United and unafraid. Finally, the eldest spoke. We will not bend you. We will not attack, but you must remain under watch. Your actions will speak louder than your DNA. The galaxy will judge you. Lena bowed slightly. We accept. As the meeting ended, Lena felt a mixture of relief and worry. The road ahead was still full of challenges. Outside the chamber, some aliens muttered. They are dangerous. We must prepare. Others hoped for a new future. Maybe they can change the story? Lena and her team returned to their ship. They knew proving themselves would not be easy. We have to be better than our past, Lena said. Not just for us, but for everyone. Clara smiled softly. This is our chance to show the galaxy what humanity really means. Jake nodded. To face the future, no matter what comes. The stars outside seemed brighter now, but the shadow of the ancient past still lingered. Humanity's true journey had only just begun. The council gathered once more. The room was filled with quiet voices and watchful eyes. The humans stood ready, knowing this meeting would decide their future. The eldest alien spoke first. We have watched you closely. Your actions have shown kindness and strength. Yet, your DNA remains a mystery we cannot ignore. Doctor, Lena Ford stepped forward. We understand your concerns. Our past may be unclear, but our present is peace. We want to work with you, not against you. A younger council member raised a question. If your DNA carries ancient power, how will you control it when it awakens? Lena looked steady. We do not know everything about ourselves yet, but we face every challenge together as one. We will not let fear guide our future. The council was silent. They debated in whispers. Some feared the humans, others saw hope. Finally, the council spoke their decision. Earth will be a neutral zone, the eldest said. No one will harm you. No one will watch you closely. You will be free to grow on your own terms. The humans felt a mix of relief and surprise. Freedom was a gift and a responsibility. Before the meeting ended, an alien ambassador approached Lena. His eyes were serious. We are not afraid of what you are now, he said softly. But we fear what you might become. Lena nodded. Fear can be a warning or a cage. We choose to break free from the cage. As the humans boarded their ship, they looked back at the stars. The galaxy was vast and full of unknowns. They knew their DNA held secrets that might one day awaken. But they also knew their true strength came from their choices, their hearts, and their will to grow. The council's warning stayed with them. It was a challenge and a promise. Humanity was ready to face the future. To become more. To prove that their past did not define them. And in the quiet darkness of space, something old stirred, waiting. But humanity was no longer afraid. They were ready.